What's up, everybody? Hello, welcome to the reorganization of Tea Time. We're going to do this once a month, at the end of the month. Well, it's going to air at the beginning of each month, going over the activities and what went on in the Tales of Andrea. With us today, we have Emily Howe, Sabre Willow, Michael Howe, Wisp, Vaughn, Praspidus, Peter.
You had to think
Prologue.
about it.
I did have to think about that. I wanted to say Yolondriel so badly, but no, didn't. And Nubicide, other Michael, or original Michael, as we call Anubisai, because they are the original, out of the dozens we know. Oh, okay. I have generally no structure, basically round table, just talk about the campaign, ask any questions, express thoughts, do things. I'm the DM, so it's terrible for me to ask questions.
Probably, huh?
Probably.
Are we going to start with like a wrap up of what happened?
Sure, yeah, actually, that's right, yeah, because you probably didn't get a chance to, yeah, it didn't, you're already told. Last session, basically, so this entire month we had the festivals, or the festival of Lethrom, essentially. At the beginning of it, they got to Lethrom itself, met the wonderful Carson, met a few other people, discovered Nero was in the city, encountered some interesting individuals, saw Yolondriel lose a fight, saw Anubisai thoroughly win hers, discovered that the artifact that kept people alive didn't necessarily entirely work, given certain circumstances, met Sabre Willow, hired her to give them a voyage up north to discover places in the island and such, grossly overpaid, which was then essentially nullified after everything went to shit and the world started collapsing and the hordes of these things started swarming the streets, chasing everyone out, causing them all to leave prematurely. And after leaving prematurely, I had to get there, realizing I forgot the entirety of the last session. Some of the zombies or zombies as they've been dubbed, creatures were disturbed by Zare throwing rocks at them while they were leaving the port, so they started jumping onto the boats and trying to kill creatures, a little bit of a combat type situation. Anubisai showed up again with a monkey.
Yay.
And you all managed to
Neb.
escape. A monkey named Neb, yeah.
Oh, the monkey has a name.
Cute little thing.
Hey, the monkey!
The monkey.
I think one of my biggest questions was for Zarai, who's not here.
Yeah.
That little stinker.
Then we found an island with a merchant guy on it.
Indeed.
Oh yeah, Alibaba.
Alibaba.
Yeah.
Alibaba, Alibaba.
That's where it is.
The most wonderful merchant, aside from maybe Carson.
Yeah. First question. Is Carson dead? Tell me he's not dead, and tell me you get to see him again.
You have no idea.
That makes me sad.
I will warn most of you. Some of you know how I do this. Whenever it comes to like major things like that, I have the players roll just a random d20, and depending on how everyone does is depending on whether or not a named NPC goes bye-bye and dies.
So that
Oh.
Like the Taldori Council.
Every time you mention them, one of them dies. I think you just killed Vex.
Baby!
That's assuming Vex is on the count.
Completely different campaign. And completely different organization. Critical Role, huge shout out to you guys. Thank you. You're wonderful, beautiful people.
another question.
Another answer.
Indeed.
This one's for Vaughn.
Oh, he's
Well,
got
actually, it's for Paraspidus. Why isn't Demon Eye fired?
Fired is a nice way of putting it.
Probably because Praspidus doesn't know how to fire him yet.
Oh, he doesn't have the stones for it?
All you have to
He
do
ain't
is
got
ask
no
Prologue
balls.
or Anubisai. We'll take care of it.
Right.
Also,
Anubis-
Praspidus kind of likes Sarai.
Okay.
Even though
Okay.
Sarai's a problem, he does still kind of like him.
I've just been like pondering the last several weeks if this was like a real even like if we were real people in this world and this was one of our employees. There's no way that I would still employ him.
Yeah, see, if I was playing Praspidus as if he was me, I'd have already killed him.
Okay. Okay.
And
Okay.
Is this just because of the rock throwing, or was it something else that he did that
Way
we
before. We wouldn't have gotten to the rock throwing.
But also the rock throwing, and he decided to go meet the Alibaba guy all by himself. That could have been horrible for all we knew.
Eh.
Oh yeah, and he like completely ignored the price he gave him, and even before
I know.
Alibaba himself argued with him, which I was so appreciative of that Alibaba called him out on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
I was like, wait, did he say I don't need your work? Let me pay you less.
pretty much, yeah. He offended Ali. You would expect him that sentence to have offended Alibaba. But he's such an
At least
easygoing
he didn't
guy.
say,
He just doesn't care.
At least he didn't say I'll pay you an exposure.
Yeah.
I
Ooh.
mean, he may as well have.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
That was a situation of oh Zarai. Please say something wrong.
Mm-mm.
You're
You did.
alone here. No one
I was
will
so
know.
hoping. Oh, hoping.
Oh dear. So okay, yeah, that sounds like a hint at Alibaba's power levels or abilities or something.
Although we have to admit, Demon Eye's greatest ability is that he can fly away.
Yes, but he just walked into a magical hut that he knows nothing about.
Oh, I didn't know it was a magical hut.
Neither
don't.
did he.
Neither did he. So, to a degree, those who use magic would realize that something about it is wrong. I mean, you're looking at an island that shouldn't exist in the middle of nowhere, with a fully constructed hut on top of it. Very, very
Yeah,
small.
I was a little confused, actually. Is the island, is it like a large raft situation, or is it like
No, it's
dirt
solid
into
ground.
the sand into the...
Solid
okay.
ground into the water, and it's only 20 feet wide and 50 feet long. It's very, very small.
It's like a large beetle from Wind Waker situation.
Kind of, yeah. Kind of.
Oh, thank you. I just want to hear Adibado say that to the party now.
Ooh.
Ideas.
Ooh, thank you. That is very friendly of you. Thank you for bringing me this.
Thank you for bringing me this.
Good old Alibaba.
So follow-up question, Vaughn. What do you think Percy's? How much further do you think Percy needs to be stretched or whatever in order for him to fire Demon Eye, or is there no amount of stretching? He's just lenient to infinity.
Those stones were pretty close.
Oh, okay.
If he'd actually heard what Zarai had said in the hut, that would also be pretty close. Let's just say there's a possibility on this trip out in the ocean, Praspidus will try to fire Zarai. Because he is pretty close.
I don't know what all the huff and puff was about. Those zombies just disintegrated every second.
That's also because I kept rolling crap on their rolls to jump onto the
rules.
boat.
Oh, okay.
The greater their numbers, the more devastating they are. I mean, you took a hit on them. Not all of them do the same thing. When they're in swarms and hordes, you're getting all kinds of crap laid on top of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a chainsaw effect.
Did you see Anubisai when she came on board the ship?
Well, I still kind
Where
of
the
thought that she
hell
got attacked by one of the other more powerful persons.
Beings.
Those talks went fairly pleasantly.
Oh, okay.
It was just making my way from there back to the docks.
Yeah, I think it's the fact that Anubisai was beat up is one of the most scary things that came out of that.
What?
Wait, did you say Anubisai was looking rough?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were kind of muffled. I couldn't hear you very well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. The fact that Anubisai looked rough when she climbed on board is the thing that kind of scared me the most.
What was I going to say? Oh, what percentage would you say of the zombies failed in their jump?
It was over 70.
Whoa.
There was a good number of them falling into the water and trying to pile on top of each other to grab hold of the boat at the bottom. They were getting kind of close.
Oh, okay.
It's
I
not...
thought it was like 50% or less.
Oh, no. Small.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
3 of them were landing at a time, and I rolled 10 times.
Okay.
So 7 out of 10 fell into the water.
Yeah.
I could have overran you guys.
Not to mention
will say-
the crew on the boat. As Ethan would say, plywood. Single layer
Oh, really?
plywood.
Brolock was
Easy to
going
break and kill.
real hot against those zombies, kind of unnecessarily. Really dicey.
Yeah.
That
Kinda
was
just
fun.
went ham. Okay, I've got a question for Brolog.
Yeah.
What is Brolog's thoughts of another Loxodon who doesn't have a creed?
He hasn't actually been able to have a lot of time to think that through. He doesn't think very highly of him. But part of that is, I think, because he said that he just follows whatever Sabrea says, which sounds like craziness to Brolog. And so he...
Is that like...
What?
Is that like losing your man card in Loxodon?
Oh, no. If Sabrea was a dude who had the same characteristics, he would still think it's crazy. Because it seems like just utter chaos, which to put that as the foundation and course of your life seems insane to a person who is so strictly lawful as Brolog is. So I can't imagine that he would put much trust in the other Loxodon. at any point. It's not something that he feels like insulted about, or that he wants to, go do battle with this guy. I think if I like thought about it and it like came up in like RP, Brolog might feel sorry for this guy.
Oh.
He's that lost.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think.
Okay. My question was going to be along the same lines. Like, when are you guys going to be friends?
Well, let's see. Probably never, if we're being honest with ourselves.
No.
Yeah. I mean, he's been, what's his name? Tantor?
Tantor.
Tantor.
He's been showing Brolog how to do his job on the ship. That's what he did most of the time last session. And so Brolog is, I think, fairly friendly to everyone up to a certain point. And then he becomes very violent after that. And so, but Tantor doesn't do tattoos. Like, he can't like assist Brolog in that quest like Wisp did. And he doesn't have a creed at all. The only out would be like some kind of really severe like Battle Brothers situation where we just go back to back and just wade through. Like, if all the zombies had come on, then we could maybe, but
And then you would have been dead.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
So I don't know if he's also one of the plywood people. If that's the
He's
case,
not.
that seems. Oh, okay. So
No, he's much older than Brolog, much more experienced. If anything, if anything, he would be equating his marks of holiness, as Brolog would put it, as his battle scars, because he's scarred in numerous places and remembers the stories behind all of them and how he got each one of the scars.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what a tattoo is.
Essentially, yeah. Especially when you got
It
someone
is.
that digs it in like this one. Oh, felt great though.
What?
It's an amusing kind when you're getting one that's on the base of your neck. It's that kind of it
It
tickles
hurts
and
so
just makes
good.
you want to laugh, but it's also
Oh.
cat claw going through the flesh.
No.
It's
I had one
weird.
of those. I don't need another one.
Oh.
So, I had a question then for Brolog. Is what does he count as a creed that is worth living by? Because I could totally see, at least logically, arguing, oh yeah, I obey the captain as a creed, but I don't know what Brolog.
So for Brolog, if that's how it was presented, he could maybe be convinced of that, but that's not how it was presented.
Okay.
So part of the reason, I guess there's a bit of a hierarchy. So the best creeds are one of your your family creed that was passed down to you. So like that was like long line that your family did, and it's been gone through the ringer, I guess, over the generations.
It's a
It's proven.
Yeah, proven creed
That is.
stuff.
That's
It
kind
is.
of that. Yeah, that's a Nubicide.
I follow my family business that we've done for generations and generations.
Oh yeah.
Before I
like-
came to this.
Yeah, like I've said several times, I think if a Nubicide becomes like whatever you call that, those letters, the big bad fella.
The BBEG.
Yeah.
Big bad evil guy.
There's a definite chance that Brolog would continue to be his friend or her friend, because she follows this creed that does not go against Brologs, assuming that is the case at that point. But yeah, so like a creed that a single person came up with for themselves, or even worse in this case, you were following someone else who had, like, I don't know, maybe a creed, maybe a nothing. They're just following their whims. Sabrea seems kind of loosey-goosey. So,
Free spirit.
yeah, free spirit creeds are not what Prologue's about. But they are better than nothing.
Okay.
I think Sabrea is probably just figuring out that she can be loosey-goosey after all of her years in the Underdark? No.
Yeah.
How old is Sabrea? Unless that's secret knowledge.
Secret. Yeah. Totally know what it is.
Never came up with that.
As far as for like a drow, like is she like a young drow? Mid-age
She's young.
drow?
Mid-age, level 6. So, do we get away with middle age drow for level 6 or no?
You could do.
It kind of depends.
I mean, it depends on the lifestyle, the livelihood that they lived. Like,
Yeah, because you could
just
totally start
basic.
as an adventurer in your like late 40s, and
Mhm.
that's your level 1, and then depending on how well you do it.
Say like 35, 40 in drow years, whatever that is.
3,650.
Unless you were thinking something else, Murray.
No, that's totally fine. That's a good age. Show why some of the crew respects more. Trying to think now. I've got one for Vaughn. Well, Praspidus. Thoughts on the right, yeah, that's actually something we forgot in the synopsis, and it's probably important to note. After Vaughn used the rings of sending thing to send charges.
What are you doing?
It's your sister.
He used all those charges and went off to the sent message to the king, who replied telling the king that there's 2 Maguses potentially inside the land, and the king replied, "I'm on my way."
Ooh.
So, the question being, what's Praspidus' take on that?
He's elated. He can't wait.
Why?
Well, for one, the king will then see all that's going on over here and realize, oh, this is more than what I was expecting to be going on over here. And for 2, he might actually fire Zarai for him.
Oh, yeah.
Follow-up question on that. Does he assume he's coming with like fleets, or he's coming just like by himself as fast as possible?
Percy assumes he's coming by himself as best as possible, knowing King Shago. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean he won't come with a fleet.
Now, how powerful is, or does Percy believe the king to be? Like, is he anime old guy level where he's like, oh, he's that guy, but we know that as soon as he shows up, he's going to kick butt? Or it's like, oh, good, someone else with responsibility and I don't have to deal with this.
He's one of the only surviving Magus of a major war, right?
He's
Currently.
the only surviving king of the major war.
Yeah. So Percy, as far as Percy's concerned, he's one of the most powerful people in Quayla. Like,
Okay.
literally powerful people in Quayla.
I think I've got him at 726 years old? No.
Yeah.
626. 626.
Nice.
626.
626.
Stitch. Pyramid 626.
Oh. It actually might be 726. I need to look at my notes
Now he's
again.
gonna change it.
It's one of those things where the previous king before the three kings were crowned, he gave them the throne when they all turned 100.
Oh.
So by the years and how the way the Magus did the years, they start over with counting of years. So it started at 0 again and kept going up after the kings were kinged, anointed, whatever it's called. Crowned.
Ascended to the thrones.
That's a good way of putting it too, ascended to the thrones.
So-
I had a query of Anubisai.
No.
Probably is no, but with Anubisai rejoining the party, do we think Anubisai might be on the path from evil to neutral? I know I was pretty surprised.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd be coming.
I thought about that for a long time because technically that town was heaven.
Yeah.
That was my version of heaven. All the
You
chaos
left
and
heaven
death.
for us.
And I left heaven for you guys. Yeah, I don't know what momentary weakness.
Now, is that actually for reasoning, or is there some nefarious plot going on?
No
Yeah.
nefarious plot.
We get a pattern of these momentary weaknesses. Patterns become a lifestyle, my man. And a lifestyle, I mean, you're good in like 20 years.
I think JP, knowing more backstory, would agree. I'm okay. I'm still on a good path of my
Yeah.
original.
Definitely still on a good path.
Okay.
For
I'm
the
not
original.
anywhere close to turning good yet.
Well, not good, but neutral.
No,
And not even neutral.
not even neutral.
Okay.
No.
Oh dear.
So you're saying there's nefarious, put close around that, reasons for staying with the party, but not necessarily nefarious for the party.
Sure.
Well,
I hope so.
I love chaos and death. What has the party been good at so far?
Chaos and death.
See,
Getting
that's what I was
in
saying, is she can use the party for something.
To be fair, most of the reason for that chaos and death is due to poor management skills and Zarai.
Mm-hmm.
And a little bit of your Landrill as well.
I think the only fights that we haven't basically chosen, where I think we fought like dogs in the woods twice, and every other time you're like, yeah, let's go over there and make people angry. Or
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, no, the harpies. You didn't choose the harpies.
oh, that's true. Good
And
Yeah,
there's
point.
a
but in
soul
the end, we
collector.
didn't actually wipe them out.
Soul cadaver.
No, when the harpies came and
No.
stole Steve the first time,
They attacked
we
you.
didn't choose that. But
Harpies proved useful.
yes.
And will continue to do so.
Potentially. You all haven't talked to them in over a month, so you don't really know.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a fun question for Nubasai. Remember that ring
Yeah.
you dropped on the ground?
Yeah.
Did she think
No,
about
I
it?
didn't drop it on the ground. Now let's get it right.
Okay,
Leaf dropped it on the ground.
she did.
I gave it to Leaf.
She did. Remember that ring Leaf dropped on the ground?
Yeah.
Is Anubisai at all scared
Nope.
of potential consequences from that?
Nope. Not at all. Not a second thought. Could
Uh-oh.
care less what the Drow Queen thinks.
Very curious what would have happened if Brolog would have found it instead of he rolled a natty 1, I think, trying
That-
to find it.
Would have been a very interesting conversation.
Yeah.
Brolog talking to the Drow Queen. Ooh.
I mean, it wasn't a command
Mhm.
from the Queen. It was an ask. I went over there. I found Leaf. I told the queen I found Leaf. I told the queen I was giving Leaf the ring. My obligations, as far as that is concerned, are done. And if the queen has a problem with it, she can come talk to me.
No, see, I was more thinking of what if someone finds it.
Oh, yeah. Well, that wasn't my choice.
That was
Or
Leaf.
I
chaos.
didn't drop
More
it.
chaos.
More
Is it a
chaos.
ring of
Yeah.
sending, or
Yeah.
It was
it's
a ring
just
of
a ring of
sending.
sending.
Yeah. It was a basic, like, just two-way. You can only communicate
Walkie-talkie.
to distances. Still worked with just limitation of how many words you can do and charges per day. You can't continuously use it because that's just OP.
It's what Praspidus has.
it
Yeah.
sounded similar?
Yeah.
So, my question for the party, which I already know one answer, so it's kind of, I guess, just for Brolog, but
Well,
Praspidus, you can listen to this and then laugh to yourself silently because I already know your answer. But if you were to be absconded of all obligations of the party and were given a ticket or the ability to go home right now, would you leave?
I don't think Burlap would leave. He didn't have any reason to go home. Well, his home was destroyed when his clan was destroyed, and I would have to make up the the ideologies of the mothers in the city, but I can't think that his mom would want to see him at this point. So there's no reason to go back there. That island's basically at peace, which he doesn't want. So if he was just like free up, he'd probably try to go fight that dragon. No, he'd probably try to go find Carson first, and then see about the dragon. Yeah, but I don't think he would leave. Wisp,
Percy?
would Wisp leave?
Wisp is from here, isn't he? No, or he's from Quail?
No, he-
No. Everyone
Okay,
here
so-
is from Quayla.
You can answer that question. Yeah, you both can.
So when you say leave, do you mean just leave the party or
Go back
Leave
to
the
Quail.
island. Go back to Quail. Go back to your home. For Yolandria, would have meant going back to wherever he was from.
That's a good question because he originally chose, even though there were circumstances a bit, he chose to stow away on that ship, so he was ready to leave where he was in Quayla. He didn't quite expect to be coming here per se, but
Oh, you didn't come to here on purpose? You just got
He
on
didn't-
any boat?
First boat he
come
saw.
here on purpose. Here, let me actually check something. But yeah, right now he's probably he's torn right now because he hates seeing what just happened in the town. So he's debating whether or not the party is the best team to stick with or not. Because right now, like the whole Quayla, there's not as much magic, so you guys might be the safer party to stick around with, but you're also the most chaotic. And he just saw someone who's anti-magicable. So
Well, right now
what's
you're
that?
stuck on the ship with me.
he is, yes, but he's
He touched the
Whoa.
camera.
He
Big
taps
no-no.
the camera.
Stop touching the camera. Stop
He's
it.
going sideways now.
No, your work. You are
sorry.
sideways.
I
There
was
it is.
trying to fix the thing. But yeah, now I'm trying to pull up his backstory again just to remember why he left. But
Oh, you got
whether
caught
he wants to go,
smuggling contraband by the assigned
yeah,
merchants.
But that wasn't through all of Quayla, was it?
No, but it was through the Asylum merchants who control most of the shipping trade routes in Quayla.
Yeah.
Which basically means like you get caught by them, the essentially of getting branded as a pirate, but you're not a pirate, you're a smuggler, and they don't appreciate smugglers. It's bad news for these pirate merchants.
Yeah.
He might fit in.
Yeah. So while he might kind of want to go home, just leaving here and going home isn't a great solution for him.
Okay.
It would have to be like, Inception level stuff of, oh, look, this whole scenario is fit.
Captain? Go home?
No.
No.
I don't know if she'll ever go back, except for maybe on business. She loves it on the ocean. Discovered a whole new life out here, and doesn't see any reason to really go back unless it involves some coin.
What
pretty
about the
much-
zombie lords she just saw?
I mean, really freaked her out because I don't think she's seen anything like it before.
But she still likes Andrea better.
She likes the ocean better
Zombies don't
than
swim.
just being at home.
Yeah.
Mhm. So far, they don't swim.
They can make their own landmass, but they can't swim.
Yeah.
Wonderful thought.
Percy? Just so the benefit of everybody else?
Yes.
If I remember correctly, I said he would go without a heartbeat. He'd go home
Yeah.
with a heartbeat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go back to his books, away from the responsibility. You wouldn't even think twice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fun note, I came up with my parents' names.
Ooh.
I decided that the males just get their names combined from their parents. So my mom's name is what it is, Beatrice Log, and my dad's name is Bro Cephas.
Bro, Tethys.
Did he have tusks?
Yeah, just real great.
Oh, that's brilliant. I love that kind of detail. Although at the same time, like making it up on spot. It's like, oh yeah, what are their names? Oh, Jack and Jill.
Uh-huh.
Just come up with two.
That's the only reason I came up with Tantor on the fly, because it was the first elephant name that came up in my head. That's from Tarzan, the animated
Oh,
movie.
I forgot.
He's the fraidy cat elephant.
Oh.
This one's definitely not.
Yeah. It's kind of
No,
funny and ironic, and I love it.
I love ironies. They're my favorite.
Yeah, the juxtaposition of the source of the name and this character is pretty fun.
Better than Dumbo.
Yes. Better than Dumbo.
Every time I hear the name Dumbo, I would just think of someone who's a little like Grog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I get pink elephants on parade stuck in my head anytime anyone mentions Dumbo.
Oh, well, there you go. Now it's in your head.
I rewatched Dumbo a couple years back. Not a good film.
It's amazing how that works.
Oh, no.
Do you know what randomly popped into my head today? I was thinking of just random films and I thought of Scrooged. I remember
Yeah.
your review on
That's a
Scrooge
good
and like,
one.
didn't like it.
I looked so bad in front of my friends for saying that we should watch that film.
I enjoyed it. It was nice.
I don't think I know this film, Scrooged. Like
Yeah.
E.T.
Bill,
Yeah,
Bill
it's
Murray.
a Bill Murray
Bill
film.
Murray, Bill Murray film.
The take on Christmas Story or
Yeah.
what's it called?
What's it called?
With Scrooge and
Carol.
Yeah,
The
Christmas
ghost.
Carol.
Christmas
Christmas
Carol.
Carol. Yes, that's yeah. So, not a very good take. Very unfortunate.
See, now, I greatly enjoyed it, so you've got two completely different reviews at this point.
Mm.
Think of what
But
you
as
like.
we know, my opinions are always the correct ones. So just take that.
Mm.
I think we're
Yes.
just gonna mute Peter over here. Block off his
You
screen.
cannot.
Which one's the right one? Is this it? Oh, got it right. He's gone. I'm just kidding. They're still there. Could never do that to
He cannot
Brolog.
be muted.
Have to say, some of my favorite moments of the whole campaign in general has been the interactions between Brolog and Wisp.
Aw.
There is always just
Thank
this
you.
this sense of sincerity of I don't know what's going on from Brolog, and Wisp going, well, you see, really trying to explain it.
Yeah.
And
Which really
also-
comes to Brolog's level.
Yeah.
Also, so he doesn't get himself killed by accidentally stepping on Brolog's toes.
It's a shame Wisp wasn't around for the chandelier conversation.
Yes,
I
definitely. Well,
Well,
you were
you were
outside.
You're
Oh,
outside.
What was I? What were
We were in the
we
embassy.
philosophizing about?
You
What?
I remember that you and I
Oh.
were.
Inside
were
the
we-
tavern, yeah.
Oh, we were talking about Yolanda told me not to be myself, and I was positing
Yeah.
how that was possible.
That's right.
I do remember that. Yeah, I was like, I
Yeah.
remember talking some strange question earlier, and it. Yeah, no, it wasn't the chandelier. That was pretty great.
Okay, here's a strange question for the party. Of your adventures in time so far, what is one thing you would like to redo because you enjoyed it, not because it was wrong?
Oh.
In this campaign, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, in this campaign.
Honestly, I think either the Iron Golem fight
What?
or the zombie reveal. No, I'm just kidding. Neither
You
of
enjoyed
those.
those. Okay.
I was just
Apparently
thinking
he
of all the
enjoys
times
almost
that
dying.
Anubis got hurt. No,
Yeah,
actually,
exactly.
I really enjoyed the fights during the what's it called?
arena.
Yeah, in the arena.
Festival. Okay.
Yeah, during the festival. That's the word I was looking for. I really enjoyed the fights in the festival.
Who's next?
I
Prologue.
think all of my favorite things, at least part of the reason they were my favorite, was because something novel happened. And so if I went back and did it again, it wouldn't be as fun.
If you knew the outcome could be identical.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But I already know the outcome is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so then the novel bits of it are not there any longer because I already
Gotcha.
know.
Mm.
Now, if you were saying the outcome could be different, I think there is some fun opportunities when we were in where's that city where everybody was nice to us?
Oh, yeah.
The temple where the temple was.
Drumnar.
Is there only one?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
far, yeah. That's because that's the
Oh,
only
no.
city they weren't
Yeah.
dicks in. Like, they've
Yeah.
been just awful in all other cities except for Drumnar.
Yeah. That city was pretty boring for Brolog. And there was some interest. He really wanted to steal one of those lizards to ride.
I thought, I was gonna say, I thought it might be the flying that we did.
Yeah.
Prologue would want to redo that.
So if it was Brolog, yes, I
Yeah.
agree. That's
Brolog,
probably
alright.
Brolog will probably do that. Peter, I mean, we
Yeah.
just flew, so but Brolog, yeah, you're right. Yeah, the flying was probably his favorite part. We haven't. Well, I guess us defeating the Iron Golem was probably the hardest thing he's done thus far. So probably that. Probably the Iron Golem fight or flying on that big dino thing. One of those, yeah, for Brolog, yeah.
Cool.
That's fun.
Wisp?
Ooh, Wisp hasn't done enough to say.
Captain?
Ah.
Getting paid 10 times the amount.
Yes, definitely.
That's
We
not
would
your most
do
favorite
that
part. I
over
want my
again.
money back.
That was
Yeah,
pretty
how-
good. I enjoyed that negotiation immensely.
It really went your way.
Yeah, and I mean,
Way
just
too
the fact
easy.
that is the most rich I've ever been in any D&D game.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, your DMs are ruthless.
Friggin' okay, I at this point the highest level I've ever been I think is a level 6.
Oh,
So that might say something.
yeah, that
I'm a
that
fairly
does.
new D&D player.
Yeah.
And you know, all of our games are slow because we can't meet every week like you guys can. So, I'm a little like dollar signs in eyes right now because if that's how much money you can get like in a normal game, that's a lot of money.
It's a,
Yeah, how much did you get again?
oh,
Right now, I am sitting at including winnings from the festival. I mean, not all of the winnings though. I don't know if you added anything.
you said the crew gets to keep all their stuff,
Okay.
so they're all sitting
Cool.
fairly pretty around 1,000 gold each.
Awesome. So not including that is 2,685
Nice.
gold,
gold.
riches.
Speaking of gold, something that's always been on my mind, JP. Question for you. Since Anubis only very, very recently has learned that maybe gold might be useful. Remember when we first started out, you gave me a bag of gold and I immediately turned it over to that other ship captain to take me
Oh, goodness.
from 2 ports in Quayla. 2 little ports in Quayla, just across a little hop and a skip. I could have walked it. How much gold was that?
So
No.
this was in the 0 session. This is a while back. If I remember correctly, it was essentially it was a large payment from the Queen. It would have been around the same amount that Paraspartus received from the King, so at least 5,000 gold.
That's a lot of money.
So you want to talk about getting overpaid? This is actually 7 days journey. This guy got paid 5,000 gold to give Anubisai a ride from one port to another.
Well, Sabre really would have wished to be your shuttle.
It's like a trend that started before the whole show even started.
You maybe could
Overpay.
have been. I don't know if you had a boat at that point, but that would have been
Yeah,
right
probably
before
not.
you guys left, right?
Maybe.
Right around similar time-ish.
Well,
Yeah.
so I'm genuinely curious because I still have zero idea, as Wisp or myself, how much was Wisp overpaid for that thing he's done. So no one else knows this, but he was paid to deliver a package, which is why he's in town and met up with you guys again. And he got paid some pretty money, but I don't know if it was worth it or not.
No, you don't.
we'll have to check inflation and the power of the gold coin and what can buy.
That
See if it was worth
that
it.
essentially boils down to you trusting your handler, the person who gets the jobs for you, trusting that it was worth the time and worth the money, knowing also that they took a cut of the money itself. So you don't know how much their cut would have been or how much they're giving, but they paid you quite a lot.
Oh yeah, and that's my point. It's like this seems like a lot. So I mean, I'm sure I'll take the job, but I'm like that seems like overpay for what it was. But I don't know what it was.
Is this also the richest you've ever been?
Oh yes, definitely.
Well, if you guys want to become 100 times richer, it's possible. All we have to do is go beat that dragon.
Yeah, that's all. Beat a dragon. It's totally easy.
That is true. That is true.
I
Well,
know.
So,
does,
question on to the dragon. Is it possible, assuming perfect rules, that you could intimidate a dragon to give you a ride?
Only
it
real
would
luck.
depend on the type of dragon. It would depend on their alignment states. What I can tell you is it would also probably depend on their age. If it's an adult, you would definitely have to have it under some magical effect in order to even think about considering that possibility. And even then, that possibility would be very slim.
Dang.
Okay.
None of you guys are bards, right?
No, none of them are. It's great. None of them are rogues either.
Ooh.
Why
You
is
want
that
to
great?
play a bard?
No reason.
I will say my next
Okay.
character in line is a bard.
I just can't imagine you being that type of bard. I will say that.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
that
no,
type of bard.
you would not lead that type of bard.
And
Dragons
thank you
can
for that.
dragons can
What's-
can polymorph and become humanoid
Listen.
shapes. Bards, one of the famous things for bards to do is try to screw a dragon.
Yeah, but you don't have to be a bard to try to screw the dragon.
No, but you're
You don't.
so much more
That's
efficient when
trope.
you're a bard.
It's a trope.
But
Don't
it is a
see it.
trope. It doesn't
I see.
have to be in
I
I'm
actually
very
saw-
unaware of tropes.
Yeah, I actually saw a really funny tweet this morning from someone where they're like, "Get rid of that stupid bards get laid by dragons trope," which is why I'm amused that you bring this up. Make it fighters get laid by dragons or wizards get laid by dragons, just not bards. And I'm like, yeah, but bards are just naturally that kind of a person.
Sometimes. Not
They're
always.
not
Sometimes,
always.
not all of them. Not all of them.
Not all bards.
It's the general
Not
trope.
all bards.
The general trope. Yeah, riding a dragon. Don't get your hopes up on that one. Definitely not. Especially, actually, Brolog might not know too much. The others would be more aware. This one's been cited as a red dragon, and that's an absolute no-no.
Yeah, they did say red scaly one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
6
sounds
20s in a
good.
row is nothing.
Oh, remember, natural 20s on skill checks do not count as automatic successes. I do consider them as beneficial, but I don't give it directly. So, whatever your intimidate is, you would have to hope that that is above 30. It would get
So
you
wait, so
above 30 at least. And that would be a moment of hesitation. If you would start to try to climb it, it would probably still try to eat you. I cannot see a dragon ever agreeing to let you ride it.
That's how we kill it. Get it to eat an Ubasai.
Oh, goodness.
There
Now
you go.
hack my way out.
Yes.
Oh, goodness.
Actually, not a bad.
That didn't work too well for
Well, yeah, there's
Critical Role again.
there's more stories on that again.
Oh dear.
We are getting close to the end of the time. I do have a few questions from the individuals who could not join us today. Ethan and Jeff, or more known as Zorai and Eulandriel. One of them is, how annoyed were you as a DM when we left the first city and didn't do anything at the festival?
Can you
It's
say
fine.
that again?
It's fine.
Oh.
It's his question was, how annoyed were you as a DM when we left the first city and didn't do anything at the festival? The very first city in Danira, when they arrived for our high season festival. I mean, the best description of annoyance is that dog sitting at a table sipping tea while his house around him is burning down. It's fine. It's completely fine.
Follow-up question: are we doing the same festival, or did
No.
you come up with a whole new
No,
festival?
this one's whole different. That first one
Oh.
only included Recloria itself. This one was literally a gathering of nations. It was all of the big conglomerate.
It was
The
so
Olympics.
together.
beautiful.
So everyone
So
mixed
many
together.
souls.
So many. So
So
many.
many souls.
The other question is, which is something I guess potentially everyone can answer, is which character's story arc do you like the most so far?
Your Laundriels.
Are we talking about player characters or NPCs or all?
Player characters. More player characters.
Okay.
I've always been very curious about Anubisai, and just kind of more I find out about her, like the cooler she sounds. I like
Did-
her a lot.
Tell you about the time I spent 826 years in a volcano?
Not
Yeah.
even exaggerating.
Tell it again.
No.
A long time.
I got thrown into a volcano. They thought that would kill me.
Apparently,
And-
they were wrong.
Well, they were wrong. Yeah. Heat, fire. Yeah. That didn't kill me. But the thing is, when you're in lava, you have no sense of direction.
You don't feel
You
gravity
can't
as
see
much.
bubbles to see up or down, technically, and which way was the closest way. So I rolled it randomly, and it took me 826 years to eventually get out of it.
Wow.
Just another day. Just another millennium.
In paradise.
So, story arc, that's just like where they came from and where it looks like they're going. Right? That's what we're talking about.
So far, yeah.
Okay, so not like their character.
We could do that one too afterwards.
Okay, so storyline. I also pick your laundry.
Yeah,
It's
same.
kind of the main one we've been doing so far. It's been
Right.
kind of so focused on your laundrial and not really gone down anyone else's, but there's options and paths to do it.
We don't want them to know my story arc.
No. I think my favorite one so far has been one that you all don't know, so I won't say any more.
Wait, there's a story arc that we don't know.
Of a player?
I have no, not of a player. For my own is actually for an NPC, but
Huh?
I think your laundrial's been fun to do because most of that, Eshna wasn't in the world before your laundrial was created, so it's been fun to kind of develop those kind of things and place them and find their home and where they belong in a pre-existing world. It's been rather exciting.
That is cool.
Last question from myself, actually, before we sign off with the ultimate last question is, who's been your favorite NPC?
The monkey.
Neb? Neb
I'm
the
just kidding.
monkey?
Neb.
Just kidding.
Oh, I did like Alibaba.
Lady
I feel like there was
Galani.
another shop.
Lady Galani was fun.
You know it's my boy Carson.
That leads me to two more questions. Actually, is but we'll have to address those another times.
The
Carson's a
new
good one.
Megas.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, 'cause you guys
Okay.
Who's
chatted.
caused
We
the
didn't.
most chaos?
They have, yeah,
What he did in that city
Definitely.
was beautiful.
definitely.
And he let me live.
That too.
Ooh, let you live. That's an interesting little statement there.
The guy raised an army of construct undead whatever and didn't even seem to be bothered, or wasn't difficult for him, and he had 2 extra people that I have no idea what they could have done with him. Then they allowed me to walk in, talk to them, and walk out. So yeah, they let me live.
Well, final question before we close things and finish up our tea time is where
Kill
do
them all.
you where do you all think things are going? And how do you think they're going?
Do you mean how does our character think they're going, or how
Yes,
does the player think they're
character.
going?
Character and
Okay.
player. Go with a little bit of both. Give me a taste of everyone's panic. I mean delight.
No panic.
Well, yeah, okay, so I guess I'll go first. Brolog thinks things are going great. He is confused, as the player is confused why Demon Eye isn't fired, but otherwise, this is going swimmingly. He's disappointed that he may never see Carson again, but otherwise, this is going great. We're going towards the dragon. This seems really good. Yeah, just bigger and better foes ahead. The real dream come true situation. The player, old Peter here, it really feels like we're getting in over our head and that death may come soon.
I'm already here.
Death has come.
Death has been
She
here
has a
the whole
shiny helmet.
time.
Yeah, but Anubis
magic.
and Brolog, as we know, are besties. So some other death would have to come for Brolog. But yeah.
Oh, that just brought up another question for Anubis. But
What?
He's frozen.
He frozen.
See? That's how bad the question is. I don't allow it.
Anubis
are
was
you
like,
all?
Oh, there. You're back.
Sorry. Do we have time for another question?
It'll be a short answer, so sure.
Oh, okay. So if Anubis is still going towards world domination and ultimate power and stuff, if Brolog sticks with her, how likely is she to turn on him and absorb his power or not, to kill him, or is she fine with a minion or best?
I've just learned the value of minions, sort of. I've had minions before, I guess. In the family, we've had lots of minions, but it's all circumstantial. If Brolog did something that, no problem. You're dead.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, very heartbreaking.
Brolog doesn't know this, but
Split.
Yeah.
I am death. I will take death from anybody.
Brolog's going to have Anubis back to the bitter end.
And
Makes
then
it
Probably
even more
true.
heartbreaking.
yeah, it's gonna be like the
It's
backstab.
going to be the most epic betrayal. Oh no. People will
Well,
cry.
Depending on my story arc, it might not be the end for Brolog.
True. Oh,
no.
all right,
No.
let's okay. Paraspidus, tell us, what do you think? Where are things going? How are things going?
Paraspidus is panicking pretty much about everything. He thinks everything is going completely and utterly wrong, and well, up until very recently, he was blaming everyone else but himself, but now he is starting to blame himself. I think things are going amazingly well now. I think everything is going according to plan.
So you don't think we're gonna die soon? And that we're really
You know, death is just another step in everything, so...
One way to think about it.
I suppose.
Oh my.
I feel like he's more likely to say that as far as a D&D game goes rather than in real life.
That's fair. How about you, Wisp? What are your thoughts?
Oh my gosh, it's all going to heck.
As far as the end of last episode, you guys, we sent you away on a rowboat, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Is
it's
Wisp with us, or did he stay on the boat?
He stayed on the boat.
He did stay on the boat.
okay.
Okay,
So that was going to be my question. And we are headed for the Shallow Estates.
Shallows Estates after, yeah.
Okay. So Sabre is just really hoping they don't bring that dragon back to where they are. Like, if they call for help, she may do something, but they would have to be in pretty dire straits and probably also in danger. I think she's at this point kind of ready to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Gotten her into some hot water.
I know where there's a cannon.
Yeah, she would be happy if you gave her a cannon for sure.
She wouldn't be the only one. I think your little pyro guy
Yeah.
would be happy too.
Finny.
Mm-hmm.
Benny.
Finny. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, Finny's
This
a little
person.
goblin you've got inside your boat, playing around with stuff.
Explosives.
Oh,
Yeah,
Fun.
he's been dabbling with explosive lately and rolled poorly
Uh-oh.
recently. He didn't break the boat, but he definitely charred the inside of it a little bit.
Poof.
Big old poof.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, I feel like we all know how Anubisai feels.
Anubisai? This is totally so awesome. This has been the best time of my 15,000 years.
Wow.
I think we can account to that because she's best friends with Brolog now.
Nope. My story arc.
Well, I haven't killed anyone yet, so I don't think things are going swimmingly.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Like, oh.
DM
downed
talking.
almost everyone. So, only person I haven't downed now actually is Anubisai of the core group. Anubisai and
Downed me
Sabre.
twice.
Have I?
I mean, you haven't downed me, but you've taken me close.
I've done a
The
good amount of damage.
The iron construct got me close.
I'm talking
not
about
down.
bringing down to the ground, as in
No.
unfunctional. Only two
Yeah.
characters. Well, Sabre, Anubisai, and Averin have not been downed in combat, but I've got everyone else.
You got me down to 4.
I got so close.
It was.
Then they surrendered. Why?
Because I asked
I don't know
nicely.
why.
Because you asked. Yeah, nicely. Sure.
The big armored thing that hadn't been attacked yet in combat asked them to stand down.
Well, that is all the time we've got for the day. Thank you, Sabre and Wisp, Emily and Michael, for
Thank
joining
you.
us. It's been wonderful having you all on the stream. It's always a delight, and your characters are fun. So,
Thanks for having us.
absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah.
likewise.
Where can we find you all?
Instagram, Zelda Elf 90 Cosplay. Facebook, Zelda Elf 90 Studios. Zelda Elf 90 everywhere else. For me,
And for me, I'm Michael Howe Arts on any social media that I'm on.
Goodreads.
Goodreads, yes. Pretty sure, unless just your email address, but you don't need to say that.
I am. I am on Goodreads, but I think that might not actually have that name on it.
Godless, thank you all very much. I do believe this is, yeah. This is for the future. It's coming on Wednesday, so I guess the thing you can pay attention to is Skeptical Raccoons tomorrow, and I hope you enjoyed playing with Matt. Strange, fun, time warpy stuff. Time, what is it in other words than just an aspect of wibbly wobbly, timey wimey?
And a new campaign on Saturday.
And a new campaign on Saturday. That's exciting. Very excited.
I'm excited to see you play, Murray.
Oh, it's gonna be great. I can't
yeah,
wait
that'll be fun.
to introduce that character. Saturday, 4 p.m. Don't forget, be there. If you're not there, you're square. Actually, no, we love you anyway. You're all wonderful people. Have fun, enjoy. See you tomorrow, see you Saturday, and see you Friday, and see you Sunday. See you every day. I'm just gonna click the button and turn it into something.
May have closed for now. We hope you met a friend this go around. Tired and blurry you may be. We hope your minds are full from this revelry. Peace follow you out. May you return for more giggles